Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with dragons on the draw for game one. Just trying to figure out how I want to sequence this here. So we go starting town, swamp into terminus. Bossing Say into Ice Till? Yes. Starting town pass. And pass. Thundering Falls, Surveil. Seems like a slow start from opponent. Paying cost for Grand. So it looks like lessons. We'll cast Terminus then, and pass, and pass. No lessons in Yard yet. We don't. I guess Strategic Betrayal does empty Yard, which is relevant. So we draw into Betrayal. That could be good here. 2 lessons in Yard. And attack for 1. Draw a card, discard a card. Discarding a island. Necropsy doesn't work right now, but is interesting later. We'll play Bossing Say. Green, black. Play Maelstrom, mill a card. There's Esper Origins for next turn. Or we can also play Necropsy. You can get rid of Storm Chasers and Gran. Like that idea. We'll pass. Demonstration gets rid of Ice Till. Does it exile on top of which? It does not, which is relevant. So now you do have 3 lessons. Also have to worry about Eloquentia. That is a bit unfortunate. So, I mean, I guess there's a world where you just play Origins. If we draw into a land, though, it could be good. Play around Eloquentia. We'll draw Baelmerk. Unfortunately, we don't have another land to go Baelmerk into Ice Till. So I think we either go Necropsy or we go Esper Origins from Yard. Let's try and land the Esper Origins and see if they have Quench. They do not. So in that case, we'll go top and top. I should have topped the swamp. Whoops. Would have saved me a life. I misordered that. Combustion Technique, rude. And Accumulate Wisdom, Ancient Recall at home. And Overlord of the Baelmerk. Also could Esper Origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go. Interesting. Could Esper Origin. Set up. Disruptive Stormbrood. Both of these are decent. Surveil 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Top. We'll draw the swamp. We'll pass. This way we can play the swamp, play Esper Origins, and then Disruptive Stormbrood, pop the Gran. Seems relevant. Because we definitely want their mana reducer off of board. Artist talent. Well, now they have 2. And a way to cycle through unnecessary cards. This is problematic. So now they have 2 reducers for what it's worth. So even if we get rid of the Grand, doesn't necessarily do much. So in that case, I think we might Necropsy instead. Mountain. We draw. Swamp. Let's start with Necropsy. Done. Grand talent. Done. What just happened? Done. Grand talent. Done. Pay. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Exile Ice Till. The alternative is we go for Bailmerk first, but I kind of want this to resolve, so I want to play through Eloquentia. And with the mana reducers down, then we shouldn't have to worry about Eloquentia. We can then play Bailmerk. I will grab Regent or Stormbrood. Stormbrood can pop. I think I'll grab the Regent though. And we'll pass. Next turn we can Esper Origins. We can do a lot of things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. 2 short of Bahamut. Still want to play around Eloquentia. There's another Grand. And they know about the region that we can send for 2 mana for 4. Still have enough mana to pay for Eloquentia. Talent returns what? Returns accumulate wisdom. Attack for 1. Draw. Another Necropsy. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. X equals 2. Take out Gran. 2 Gran down. Esper Origins. Another Origins to Yard. Swamp to top. And pass. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 short of Bahamut. Four, 5. Nova Hellkite. Attack for 4, down to 13. Sure. In that case, this is 5, 6. Draw. Swamp. Let's start with Necropsy. Target, done. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Exile Necropsy and Betrayal for 6. Done. And then we'll cast Esper Origins from Yard. Bossing Say, Fabled Passage, Passage to Yard, Bossing Say to top, and draw. That way, next turn we can play Bahamut. And pass. And the Cropsy definitely performing well here. Combustion Technique, quite rude. 2 left in hand. Accumulate Wisdom, draw 3. Definitely want to bring in Keen-Eyed next game. 3 in hand. I would love to see you tap out Talent. You still have enough for Quench. Shared Roots. I will play Bossing Say. And I will play Origins number 1. Betrayal to Yard. Passage to Yard or top? We'll have 11 next turn, so I think Passage to Yard. Blind Draw finds Baelmerk. We can cast Baelmerk, but that does mean that we play until Idoquentia. Unless I... Unless I impend it. 34 cards left. I mean, if they have it, Idoquentia, that's kind of fine. Let's just impend, though. Play around Iloquench. Grab Ice Till. And attempt to resolve Shared Roots. Grab a Forest. At that point, pass. Is this at sorcery speed? No. That is at instant speed, it looks like. That's good to know. Because then with the trigger on the stack, we can then Terminus and exile Esper Origins. Monument to Endurance, okay. We can pop that with Bahamut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So again, we'll be able to play for Idoquentia. Okay, we can no longer pay for Idoquentia. We're 1 short. This card's Firebending Lesson. So they would need to have drawn into it. I guess they still have 2. So they drew a card off a Monument. Abandon Attachments. This is still level 1. They can make a treasure, though? Nope, I lose 3 life. Okay. Oh, that hasn't resolved yet, so he'll still make a treasure. So he'll still have 2 for Quench, potentially. Pitches Monument, makes a treasure. 2 cards in hand. Paying cost 4. Storm Chaser's Talent. Okay, so now we can play Bahamut without fear. We'll draw. Ice Till, confirming amount of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minus 4 would be 6, plus 2 would be 8. We're short 1. So we can't go Ice Till and Bahamut, but we can certainly still play Bahamut. Destroy up the target non-land permanent. Now we could destroy Artist Talent, We otherwise could destroy Monument. Artist Talent is what enables Monument. They have... No, they don't have anything I need to worry about in Yard that Storm Chaser's talent can pick up. I think I will grab the Monument then. And we'll pass. Overlord will hit board. Alright. And we'll pass. Yeah, I do wish Overlord's ability was a may, not a must. Talent picks up what? Picks up Combustion Technique. Okay. I mean, that's... I guess you can take up Bahamut that way. Yes. Yeah, I guess maybe I should have taken out the talent. I forgot about Combustion Technique, that it scales the number of lessons. Yeah. Yeah. Another Monument. They should be able to do too much more after that. This is unfortunately beginning of upkeep. Quite unfortunate. We'll draw. Starting town ain't doing much. In that case, let's go with Esper Origins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's start with, I guess if we go 9. 9 minus 8 plus 3. Ice Still 1. Ice Still 2. Forest Mildew. Forest Mildew. And Forest Mildew. There's Bahamut. Esper Origins. Exhale to Yard. Swamp to Yard. Draw. Go to combat. Swing 4, 5. Pick up Bahamut. And pass. We are down to 14 cards in library, though. We'll pass. We also can activate Terminus. Kicked Firebending Lesson on Overlord. That's fine. Lose 3 life down to 13. We're definitely going to take out the Monument. Boomerang basics back the talent, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 potential mana. So in that case, we can go for both that plus Terminus. Yes. You just need to be careful about the amount of mana, or not mana, how many cards are in my library right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, yeah. Ring basics on Artist Talent. Just trying to get a board state going, I guess. Monument makes a treasure, allowing you to now go for talent, yeah. Probably gonna have to pop the talent so they don't grab Combustion technique again. The only issue. Yep, there's the talent. A block of ice still at this point. Yep, that is fine. We block with ice still. We'll draw. Trigger. So in that case, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16. There's Regent. Bahamut on Storm Chaser. No response. Oh, we need one more. Swamp, trigger, caustic to yard. I should probably attack in with Marauder. No, I guess leaving back as a blocker is probably correct. We'll hold. Bailmerk. And hold Terminus. Draw and discarding cards. You got it. Yield all. I go down to 10 at the end of all this, I'd imagine. I draw a card first. They also are pretty light on cards in Yard. Another one that's a bit concerning. That represents 6 damage now, which can put me down to 7. And if enough boomerang basics, I think they can win. Yield to all. Down to 10. Accumulate wisdom. Ancient recall at home. Yep. Yield all. You create a treasure. Do all the fun things. We're down to 7 as it stands. We can, with Overlord, pick up Regent. Attacking with all. I have to block all. Go to blocks. We block, we block, we block. I will Terminus exile. I will exile the Ice Till. And we'll pass. Terminus. So we could do a few things here. We could Stormbrood pop a monument. That actually seems pretty relevant right now because we can pop 2 of them. So Stormbrood, paying cost. Accumulate wisdom, yield all. Lose 3 life. Lose 3 life. They're tapped out, thankfully. Down to 1. Stormbrood pop monument. We draw. Bahamut pop monument. We draw. So at this point, I think I play the Overlord and pick up Bloomvine. That way I can gain 3 life. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna be a bit careful here because we're getting low on our library total. Bloomvine. Cast Bloomvine. Gain 3 life. Play Starting Town. Cast Ice till we're not playing any lands, just a body on board. Go to combat, swing for 9. We're currently at 4. Balemark hits board. We can't attack with either Balemark at this point. They are solely blockers. We're both at 6 cards left in deck. Did we get there? This is still game 1. Yes. Yes, it is. Boomerang basics on Regent. So Regent's back. Why the Regent? Firebending. Did I somehow have a way to haste a... There's only 3, though. I wonder if they should have leveled up Artist Talent. Firebending. So you need to get through another 3 creatures with a collective 14 toughness. Oh, you have to be joking me. The Nova Hellkite. Yeah, that will do it. That's exactly 4 damage. That was warped as well. Combustion technique. I mean, Bahamut down, but doesn't matter. We're dead to the Nova Hellkite, right? Yeah. Well, damn. We block, and we died to Nova Hellkite in the air. Well, shit. I mean, what are you gonna do about that? Whole lot of nothing. So, Day of Black Sun in. Exhale out. Fungus in. Exhale out. Curator in. The Cropsy has its place. I wonder if we trim out some Ice Tills. The trail's good here. Could also theoretically pitch back some number of shared routes. And maybe an Ice Till. Yeah, let's do that. On the play for game 2, I will keep. So we can Fungus on 1, potentially ramp, then ramp again. Basically, be ramping. We'll start with Fungus and pass. And pass. Blue for talent. Not talent, yeah, no talent. That's right. Draw. Now I could get rid of talent, but instead I think I will hold up Fungus. Yeah, we'll hold up Fungus. This way we can block, then activate, ramp and draw. Combustion technique targeting in response. We'll sack it, ramp, and starting town tapped and pass. We'll take 2. We'll draw. Now we could actually Necropsy here, interestingly enough. Yes, so Necropsy is actually a choice because we would be able to go 0, so it's a collective of 1. That's interesting. Spirit Dragon Necropsy done. Target black. Done. Pass. And pass. Gran. Only 1 lesson in yard. We'll draw. Starting town. So I will claim territory. Forest. Done. Play the forest. Bailmerk. And grab Keen-Eyed or Scavenger. I'm gonna say Keen-Eyed. And pass. We're 3 away from Bahamut. Monument. So in that case, we can Necropsy again for 4. Yes, that seems correct. Only 2, so we're not discounting. So in that case, let's start with Necropsy. Done. So now we go black, exile Necropsy, and then I will play a forest and Keen-Eyed Curator. 3, 7, next turn 8. Demonstration and response will eat combustion technique and pass. And we'll draw, Esper Origins. Let's start with Esper Origins. Regent Passage. Passage to Yard. Region Top. Cast Origins. Betrayal and Regent. Betrayal top. Regent top. Grab Regent. Play Starting Town and pass. So next turn we have enough for Bahamut. And pass. Opponent will pass. We'll draw. In that case, I'm just going to cast the Regent then. 1, 2, 3. Gain 3 life. Bossing Say on Maelstrom. So that way when we sacrifice it, it ends up back on board. We'll attack for 6, down to 14. Baelmerk trigger, and we'll pass. Opponent's passing, must be flooding out. Other creatures get +2/+2. This is representing 10 damage. Opponent will scoop it up, we'll take the win. Okay, game 3. I might want the 3rd Keen-Eyed. Maybe down another Shared Roots for a 3rd Sun. Yeah, let's do that. Interesting. I'll keep. We'll pass. There's Gran. Draw. Starting Town. We'll play the Fungus and pass. And pass. There's Firebending Lesson. Gran will attack. And did not attack. Interesting. Maelstrom. We will Petty Revenge. The Gran. Gran down. We will potentially miss our land drop is the only problem. We can Shared Roots that at least hit 1. I'd like to see a land. Perfect. So in that case, do I go Esper Origin to set our top deck or Shared Roots the ramp? Let's go Esper Origins. So green, colorless, Origins Yard, Forest Top, and pass. That way we can play Origins. We hit our land drop, we can play Origins. Paying cost for abandoned attachments. Monument trigger. Lose 3 life. Down to 16. Yeah, maybe we should have held the Fungus in retrospect. We draw. Forest for Esper Origins. Do you have It'll Quench? You do not. Origins to Yard. Baelmerk to top. And pass. Paying cost for Combustion Technique. And we'll pass. We can pick up fungus. If we draw into a land, we can pick up fungus and destroy monument. Wisdom, draw 3. Opponent's passing, we draw. Okay. Forest. Balemerk. Pick up fungus. Cast fungus. Exile or destroy target enchantment. Enchantment down, we'll pass. Or artifact down, we'll pass. Artist talent. Levels it up. Surveils. We draw. Forest. Let's start with Esper Origins. Top. Draw. In that case, we can't search, though. So we'll play the Forest, and we'll pass. Because we want the Necropsy. That way we can get rid of Artist Talent. And the Monument. That's 5, so we can get rid of the Bloom Vine. Paying cost for Boomerang Basics to hand, fine. There's 3 life, down to 17. We haven't exactly moved too far. Draw. In that case, how do you want to proceed? Let's start with Necropsy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Exile Bloom Vine. This way we can play around It'll Quench. It'll Quench. We'll pay the 2. Yield all. Yes. And we'll pass. And pass. I have 1 card left in hand. Draw a card, discard a card. Discards Canal. And draw. Another Necropsy. Let's start with Esper Origins yet again. There's Regent, there's Passage. I would like a land at this point. I'm going to say Regent, top, Passage, top. Get Passage. Play Passage. Fetch. Shuffle away Regent, that's fine. I'll grab a Swamp and cast a Esper Origins. Yard, top, and pass. And pass. Opponent's paying cost. Are we going to draw another card? There's Hellkite Warped. Okay. We'll take the 4 down to 14. And draw 2. So we'll play the Forest at this point and Esper Origins. Roots to Yard. We'll say Regent at the top. Draw. And then Esper Origins yet again. Regent top, Forest top, draw. And at that point, I'll go to combat. Swing for 2. Cast Overlord of Baelmerk and Pend. And pick up Keen-Eyed Curator. And pass. I mean, next turn this should just be lethal. I'll pitch Shared Roots at this point and pass. I mean, this is 6-12 plus 7, accumulate wisdom, draw 3, pain cost 4, abandon attachments, goes digging, draws 2. And Bone Scoops is up. We'll take the win. Solid. Alrighty. Well, with that being said, we'll be back for match 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. I will keep... We'll go Cottage tapped. If they have something we want to get rid of, we can then play Forest Exhale. Otherwise, we can go Fabled Passage, Cottage, tapped, pass, and pass. They also play a Cottage, okay. Draw. In that case, I'll play a Fabled Passage and pass. We could have played the Overlord at the same time. I kind of want to ramp. We can play Overlord next turn if needed. They have their Overlord, though. There's an Ice Tail. This actually might be a mirror. We'll fetch. We'll go for a Forest. And draw. There's Regent. I will claim territory. And done. And pass. And pass. Okay, next turn we can Ice Till. Draw. Necropsy. Let's start with Forest. In case they have a Bitter Triumph. I've been saying Inevitable Betrayal, but no, Bitter Triumph. We'll grab Fabled. Mill. And at this point, we could go Overlord. I think I will. We'll grab a Swamp. Mill. Impend. Impend, grab Regent, and pass. And pass. There's Ice Still. Mills a card, Esper Origins. Draw. So we will start with Passage. Mill. I will crack Passage for a Swamp. Mill. Grab the Swamp. Mill. There's another Swamp in here. So I'm thinking I want to go 9 deep on Necropsy. So I'm going to need 8 at the least. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go another Ice Till. Grab another Swamp. Mill. And at this point, I'm going to wait until they fetch with a Fabled Passage and then Necropsy. No attacks. Bailmerk triggers. Interesting. Alright, I'll Necropsy now then. And we will go Shared Roots, Urgent, Shared Roots. Is that not? Oh, I'm missing one. Exhale. Done. Pass. Failed Passage. Origins, Flashback. Yep. So we can... I guess we could have Strategic Betrayal. Yeah, maybe that would have been better in retrospect. Passage, Mill. Second Origins, Terminus, sort of like that, admittedly. Grab a Swamp, Mill. There's Bahamut. Fabled Passage, Millin. And fetching. Another Swamp. Alright, and we have one more. I suppose we should go one more Passage. One more Fetch. One more Forest. Okay, so let's start off with Betrayal. Cast Esper Origins. And we'll scoop it up. I'm pretty sure this is Dragons v Dragons, though I didn't see any dragons from them, I don't believe. So this very much could also just be Golgari Orboroid. Exhale seems pretty weak here, unless it is Orboroid. I guess we don't know for any degree of certainty, so maybe we hold the Exhales then. Keenite seems relevant with Ice Till. I guess we haven't seen Orboroid run Ice Till before. We definitely saw Ice Till. So yeah, I'm gonna take out the Exhales. Yeah. Keenite seems relevant, as does Fungus. And maybe we trim out a Shared Roots? Or a Keen-Eyed. We'll say Keen-Eyed here. Run it back. We're on the draw. I will mulligan. If you have more lands, this is definitely a keep, but we don't. I'll keep this one. I think I'll pitch Bahamut here. Yes. Done. And pass. Draw. Starting town. Pass. And pass. This definitely seems like Dragons v Dragons. Terminus, yeah, it is. There's Ice Till. We'll play Shared Roots for a Forest and pass. and pass. So yeah, I don't run the soul stones. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Is this an ice still? Nope, you don't have enough for ice still, so it's regent, sure. As we both should, we are both ramping. We draw. I'll play the swamp. Cast the ice still. Play the forest, mill, and pass. And pass. Next turn we can origins into origins. I might be trying to do the same. Necropsy to yard. Origins flashback, sure. And draw. There's Bossing Say, mill. Maelstrom, mill. Origins. Actually, yeah, we'll go origins. Shared roots to yard. Swamp to yard. Origins. Terminus Overlord. Overlord to yard. Terminus top draw. And pass. No attacks. And pass. What do you play as your top end is my question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 next turn. Stormbrood pops Esper. Okay. Swing for 4, I imagine. Scoos. So you do play Scoos. You eat my Overlord. That's fine. Means activating Terminus really isn't doing much here until we get rid of Scoos. No blocks. We draw. Regent. Swamp. Mill. Passage. Mill. Passage fetch. Swamp mill. In which case, how do we want to proceed? We can Overlord. Do you want to eat anything out of yard now is the question. Looks like they will. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're short 2 for Bahamut. I will grab, I guess alternatively, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can sweep the board. Yes. I have an idea. Scavenger Regent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Terminus. And Regent cast for 4. Non-dragons, right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bailmerk. What do you pick up? Scoos. Cascoos. 317 Keen-Eyed. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. So in that case, we are going to need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so we got 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yes. So I will play Regent. Yes. Regent hits board. And we hold up Maelstrom. Overlord triggers. Paying cost for Scoos, eats the Bahamut. Thankfully there's more where that came from. Imagine I just attack with the Overlord. I guess also the Scoos. Overlord Scoos attacks in. I will not block. What do you pick up? Ice Till Explorer. Okay. Do I block is the question. I mean, they can just scoos up 2 things, grow it out of range. Otherwise, it's holding back the Stormbrood, which I like, so I think I'll just keep. Down to 12. Imagine you play that Ice Till Earthbend. Okay. Surveil. End step, crack Maelstrom. Grab Bahamut. And draw. Regent. So we can Bahamut, pop Overlord. Otherwise, we can Regent, clear Overlord, and Scoos. Interesting. Because that would be 5, probably 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We definitely could Regent clear. That is an option, but I think I'll go Bahamut. Bahamut hits board. We'll gain 3 life, and we will pop. I think I have to pop the Overlord of the Bailmer, because I pop anything else, then I'll just recur it. We'll then pass in full. No attacks, unfortunately. Scoos doing Scoos things. Yep. And pass. We have blockers. There's an Ice Till. It is an Ice Till. Necropsy to Yard. Probably would have liked that. Mills Bailmerk. They can attack with Skoos at this point. It's representing 9. If they're not careful, I can sweep both Ice Tail and Skoos, pop Stormbrood, I suppose. Yes, this is fine. That's representing 9 damage. Why eat the Fable in Yard? Weird. Paying cost for Regent. Okay, so we will draw. Bahamut will trigger. Bahamut will get rid of Regent. Or discard a card. We can discard a swamp just fine. Sweep 6. And then I guess we can, yeah. Well, you know, we'll actually get rid of the Stormbrood. So Stormbrood out. Swamp. Toxin. And 2 more. I guess actually we want to do it like this. 6. Yes. Done. Bossing Say will trigger. We'll then cast Keen-Eyed. I will then attack with Bahamut. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go down to 1. Ew. Ice Tail. Okay. Fable Passage. There's a swamp. We're going to activate the Terminus. Yes, exiling Regent. Sure. We'll draw, and then draw 2. So there's Fungus, there's Ice Tail. But we can clear out your cards in Yard, so I'm not too worried there. So let's start with Ice Tail. Maelstrom. Fable. Fable. For a forest. Balemerk. Pick up another Ice Tail or a Keen-Eyed. We'll say Keen-Eyed at this point. And cast Keen-Eyed, because how does this read? Return target creature. Yes. Keen-Eyed. Go to combat and swing. Leaving back Keen-Eyed, yeah. Overlord trigger. Overlord's now on field as well. Terminus trigger. The thing is, next turn they die to Mega Flare. Like, that's guaranteed at this point. You can try and pick something up, but we'll just eat it with Keen-Eyed. Target Stormbrood. In response, we'll target Stormbrood, tapping Bossing Say, and we'll pass in full. But we'll draw a card. Ice Still Mill. Fatal Passage Mill. Regent. Fatal Passage. Mills of Skoos. Mill. Passage. What are you looking for, friend? And Bone scoops it up. We'll take the win. Solid. Yeah, Bahamut definitely seems pretty good in the mirror. That is for sure. Alright, well, we'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match 3 on the play for game 1. We can make this work. We'll keep. We'll start with Starting Town. That way we have Exhale up. And we'll hold Spire Bluff Canal for Mako. We are going to Behold a Dragon. Mako down and pass and draw. I will play Forest. Was thinking about Bossing Say, but we can't because it would come and play tapped. Esper Origins. Necropsy seems good. So is Regent. I'm gonna say we can only draw into 1. I'm gonna say Regent seems better here. I don't want Necropsy in Yard necessarily though. So let's go top. So we draw into Regent. That way we can play Regent, draw into Regent. We should be good. We'll pass. That way we have a sweeper available to us. FOMO. Okay. Pitching Winter Night. We'll draw. In that case, I will cast Regent, claim territory. Forest, Forest. Forest, and done. And pass. And pass. So next we can Regent for 3, getting rid of FOMO. Otherwise we can Ice Till our Origins. Origins could be good. Ice Till, of course, allows us to ramp further, making so that Regent can get a bit larger. Another FOMO. Pitching an Island. And a Seal. Yeah, looks like Regent for 3 is what we're going to angle for here. Down the 19, draw. Fable Passage. Fable Passage, Crack. For a Swamp. And then Regent, Exude Toxin for 3. Done. And pass. And pass. So this is it looting? Without a doubt. Next turn we can Origins. Probably want to play Bossing Say. There's Riddler. Do you have Splash Portal? Winter Night Stories. Yeah, that's pretty good. So draw 4 for 6, basically. Not bad. Or actually, draw 4 for 3. Yeah, not even for 6. Jesus. There is Artist Talent, Warp, and Draw. I will So we currently have access to 6, 7, short 1 on Ice Tills. In that case, let's go Esper Origins. Necropsy Swamp. Necropsy Top, Swamp Top, Draw Swamp. Play Swamp. And pass. Now, one thing to note here is we don't have much in yard for Necropsy, so we're going to want to mill things with Ice Till. Yes. Island, Shock to 16. Storm Chaser Talent, Trigger. Tiger Seal. And Riddler Warp draw. No attacks, I'd imagine. Warp and draw. Trigger. Let's start with Ice Till. Passage. Mill card. Passage Crack for a Forest. Mill card. Fable Passage. Regent. Again, Crack for a Swamp. Millicard. There's Maelstrom for later. So in that case, we can play Necropsy and exile whatever we really need in the moment. We can just hold it. I think I will do that. I'm gonna pass. We're gonna hold. No, like, I want to pick up that Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon if the Ice Till makes a round. Because we should be in a good position for a few cards that we can play. You have Necropsy at the ready to kill some things. There's FOMO. Pitch a card. And there's Winter Night. Yes. You can Winter Night for what? 2 by tapping the Tiger Seal or FOMO. There's Mako. No combat. End step. So I will go Necropsy. So creature. Tiger Seal. Enchantment FOMO. And so that's only 3. I suppose we just grab Stormbrood or Regent. Actually, let's go Overlord. Yeah. And draw. Trigger. That will resolve. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. Mill. Esper Origins. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, then X equals, I'm going to say 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab Scavenger Regent. Maelstrom, Mill. Scavenger Regent, Exude Toxin. We'll go 3, actually. That way they definitely can't get the otters out of range. And done. Board's clear. Attack for 1 and pass. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Siege, sure. Riddler, draw 2. Does have haste, notable. Draw. So I will crack you again. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. I will grab Disruptive Stormbrood, Maelstrom, mill a card, cast Stormbrood, pop Siege, so no more haste. I'll play a Swamp from hand. I should have sequenced that a bit differently, but that's fine. So that way I can hold up. I guess Exhale's actually not even held because I don't have a dragon, so moot point. And pass. Boomerang basics, that's fine. You can always pick up another regent, a scavenger regent if needed. Hit 3 at Stormbrood, that's fine. One, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Picks up Boomerang basics, sure. We draw another regent. Let's crack 1, 2. So we have 5, 6, 7. I mean, at this point, I suppose I will grab the Bahamut. Mill. Esper Origins. 1, 2, 3, 4. Betrayal. Fable Passage. Don't exactly want to show the betrayal, so we'll say top, draw. And at that point, we just hold Caustic Exhales. And we have Bahamut next turn. We hold. Boomerang basics, sure. Can deal 4. Ready to deal 4. Ice Still, that's fine. I mean, Ice Still's done its job, let's be clear. Let us be clear. Ice Still has done its job in full. Talent. Yep, that's fine. Level 2 picks up Boomerang basics. Yep, that is also fine. I don't really need to cast the Exhales here. 2, there's the Betrayal. So we'll go you, Betrayal. And then cast Bahamut. One more. Bahamut, let's get rid of you. Let's play Bossing Say. Go to combat, swing for 4. Lethal is very much on board. And we'll hold. We can deal with 6 toughness worth of creatures at this point. The thing is, unless you can deal with the Bahamut, you're going to have to probably Boomerang basics it, let's be honest here. That's kind of what you need to do. If you don't, then you're kind of in trouble. Yeah, I think short of Bloomvine and Scavenger, I don't think we have any more dragons in deck to pull from with Maelstrom. Yeah, I don't think so. It's a Riddler. Level 2, pick up Boomerang Basics again. I mean, you have to Boomerang Basics Bahamut, right? I don't think you have a choice. Basics, target Bahamut. Yep, makes sense to me. Bahamut to hand, that's fine though. And pass. We'll draw. Ice Till. Yep, can't do much about that. I will play a forest. Let us cast Bahamut once again. I guess let's do this. Let's be smart. Keep you up. I only need 2. And I guess 5. Leaves back not enough. So in that case, yep, tap the Maelstrom. Bahamut will hit a talent. This is level 2, level 2. I mean, you already have a Boomerang Basics to hand. I don't need to get rid of the Otters. We'll just get rid of you. Do I need to play the Ice still? Do I even want to? We don't. I guess we have some Fable Passages. I think I only have 1 Swamp left in deck, so I think I'm just going to hold. We can then Bossing Say. Mako Cycle, that's fine. And we hold Caustic Exhale. We hold Bossing Say if you don't need to use it. Plays a land. You found a lot of lands. There's Riddler, draw a card. You have a Boomerang Basics for... Is that going to be 5 mana for another Riddler? Maybe not. Yeah, that's fine. You deal... Oh, you just... Okay, so you're just drawing cards? I mean, that just represents we have lethal then? Yep, you'll draw. That's fine. We draw. Bahamut triggers. We pop the Quantum Riddler. And opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Solid. Alrighty. So, looting. So, Black Sun seems good. Maybe Keen-Eyed. Strategic Betrayal's okay. Urgent Necropsy seems good. Exhale seems kind of mid, so maybe take out Exhale. And you want Regent, we want Sun. Maybe trim down on 1 Sun, 1 Keen-Eyed though. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, Bahamut as well as Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon seem like really good additions to the deck. I definitely agree that Restless Cottage might be worth playing more copies of. But Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon, pretty solid. Especially when paired with Ice Tail. I mean, it's basically just Sanctum of Ugin in all reality. how you can play it. We can keep this. We'll pass. We'll draw. Play the passage and pass. And put a pause on end step. So in that case, you want to grab a forest. FOMO. Pitching. Passage. Do I want a betrayal FOMO? Grab a forest. And draw. Stormbrood. We can Stormbrood a bit instead. Swamp. Stormbrood. Pass. And pass. So we can Terminus into Betrayal or to Overlord. Or Origins. We have a lot of plays here. Talent. That's fine. I will start with Forest, cast, Terminus. And we want Origins or Baelmerk. I'm going to say Origins here to set up. Necropsy Passage. The only downside of Necropsy is that we don't have anything in Yard for it just yet is the problem. So we could shuffle it away to keep it for later. So I go top, top. We'll draw the passage and shuffle away Necropsy. And we'll pass. Boomerang basics on talent. Okay. Island. Play talent. Before you do, you play vacuum. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. Talent. And we'll take 4 down to 18. You eat my Esper Origins. Makes sense. So yeah, definitely glad we're shuffling in a Necropsy at this point. We'll draw. So in that case, is there anything they can play for 1 mana that will deal 4 damage? I don't think so. So in that case, we'll start with Ice Till. Passage, mill a card. And there's Necropsy. Go for a swamp or a forest. We'll go for a forest. Mill a card. Starting town. We'll play the starting town or passage. We'll go passage. And crack it for a swamp. There's Bahamut. Baelmerk. Do you have an annul? You do not. So in that case, I'm going to grab... Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to grab Regent. Though actually... No, I have to grab Bahamut. The reason being is they can pull that with Ghost Vacuum, and that would be a little bit troublesome for me. Alright, I will pass at this point. And pass. Yeah, I don't exactly want them getting a Bahamut of their own. Winter Night Stories. It is a good card. Maybe I should have drawn into Necropsy. In retrospect. Boomerang basics on talent. Yep. Mountain. for Lantern. So that's 8. Eat Regent. I think we have to, we'll play Regent from hand, yeah. We'll take the 8 down to 10. We'll gain 3. And we'll just be prime for Bahamut next turn. Playing Bossing Say makes sense. Playing the Forest makes sense. That pushes the 8. That's fine. We have a passage in hand. We'll draw. Day of Black Sun on top of it all. Thank you. Mill. Overlord. So in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Crack. You want to Ghost Vacuum it. Stop me from playing another land. You will yield all. Grab a forest. Mill. Do I hit a land? I do not. I will cast Regent. Gain 3 life. And Black Sun for 0. Go to combat and swing for 2. We're now 2 short of Bahamut. And pass. Them eating Stormbrood's actually kind of relevant, because then they can make a token and pop Bahamut, but it'd have to hold up 6 in order to do that. Yeah, interesting. Winter Night, sure. Discard. We know they have a talent in hand. This card's talent, plays talent. Okay. 2 cards in hand at this point. I will draw. There's passage. Mill. Hits shared roots. I will mill. Or fetch. Ghost Vacuum, doing Ghost Vacuum things. Grabbing a swamp. Ice Till. So we're now 1 short of Bahamut. Target you and Strategic Betrayal. Get out. Detect Intrusion. Yes. I will then go to combat and swing for... I'll swing for 2. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Short 2 on Terminus. To be fair, flipping Terminus right now doesn't do us much good with this Ghost Vacuum sitting back. I just need 1 more land. We can pop the vacuum. I guess artist talent. So not artist talent, Storm Chaser's talent. Storm Chaser's T. Okay, you can only gain levels at sorcery speed. That's important to know. So in that case, they can't, for example, at instant speed, grab back Spider Sense, which is detect intrusion. That's important. They could do it prior to if they're worried about the Bahamut. That is an option. You grab Boomerang basics. Okay, that's fine. Basics on talent, sure. Storm Chaser's talent. No attacks. Do I find a land? I do. We mill. And that should mean we can now play Bahamut. Here comes Bahamut. Triggers, I'll gain 3. We'll pop the Ghost Vacuum. Ghost Vacuum is now down. Want to take one more thing for the road, friend? Probably a creature. Yes, that would make sense to me. Yield all. We'll gain 3. We have blockers. I mean, this is 13 in the air. So we're going to go to attacks and attack for 4 in the air. And pass. One more turn and Overlord will hit the board. I feel like it's been on board so much longer than 5 turns. Jesus. Must have just been when I played it. Duels of the Mind, sure. It has flying. Soul Guide, sure. I mean, what you really need to do was level up Storm Chaser. Is this already on level 2? It is not. You definitely should have leveled up Storm Chaser to then get Boomerang basics. At least then it would delay me from winning. You would get another turn out of it. But opponent scoops it up, and we got the win against Looting. Solid. We'll be back for match 4. Alright, we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. If I had a green source, like a forest, replaced any of these, it would be a yes, but it's a no, a mulligan. Ugh, how am I mulliganing so deep when I'm 24 lands in? I'll keep this one. Necropsy. Double black. And we go cottage, forest, root. So maybe drop the Bossing Say. Yeah, I mean, the roots in Bossing Say, we could always draw into a land. So I think dropping the Bossing Say is right. We'll play cottage. Yeah, we're playing 24 lands yet. We definitely do mulligan desperately for a second land, I feel. Maybe I should bump it up to 26. There's Bailmerk. Let's start with shared roots. We'll go double black for Regent. And pass. And pass. Would be really good if we can draw into a land, though. Opponent will cast FOMO, thinking that we're going to Petty Revenge FOMO out. So it looks like looting again. We'll draw. Perfect. So now we can impend first. We whiff? Wow. Okay, well that's really unfortunate. Petty Revenge and pass. That's wild. We whiffed, hit 3 lands and a Cropsy. Ugh, that's really bad. I mean, I guess it's on one hand good that we didn't draw into nothing but lands. On the other hand, Jesus. I mean, if at the very least I draw into another land, we can activate Cottage and start attacking. That would be good. I'll be able to get rid of Winter Night. We draw. Ice Till makes up for those lands we milled over. So we will grab, I guess, Starting Town Bossing Say. I mean, Swamp Bossing Say is probably better. Swamp, Mill. I guess, yeah, we'll grab the Starting Town as well. Well, actually, Bossing Say, yeah. We definitely want the Bossing Say. And we'll pass. No attacks. Because now we can Bossing Say on Cottage and start attacking in, trying to strip cards out of the yard. Paying cost for Furnace. Ice Till down. Less than ideal, but fine. And Soul Guide will eat Ice Till, I'd imagine. Land. Sure. Bossing Say down. And draw. Fabled Passage. Let us start by activating Cottage. Going to attacks. Attack and exile Winter Night. Down to 16, Fabled Passage, and pass. 2 more turns before Overlord hits board. That's fine. You know, Fabled Passage, crack the food. Riddler, draw 1. You have a Splash Portal. Storm Chaser's Talent, sure. And Boomerang Basics on Talent, but a pause on end step. Looks like they missed their land drop. Nope, they didn't. Just didn't play it in turn 1 for some reason. Passage for... we'll go Forest here. And crack the food. And draw. Swamp. No reason to reveal the swamp right now, I don't think. 2, 3, 4. Cottage, go to combat. And we'll eat Boomerang Basics. Down to 12. Play the swamp and pass. I will put a pause on end step. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 short of Bahamut. There's the talent. You make an otter. That's fine. Currently at a theoretical 26. Not too afraid. Basics. Yep. Just keep on laying it on with the otters. I will Regent next turn. Storm Chaser. Take 4, down to 19, up to 22. Crack the food. And draw. Belmerk will be on board at end step. Terminus. Terminus is pretty good. I will play Terminus. we probably want to go 2 deep here. I guess actually 3 deep to make sure that we clear the otters. We'll pass. Otters down. Overlord hits board. And we'll pass. Riddler, that's fine. And draw. Shared roots. Let us go to combat. Attack for 5. Overlord. I mean, we hit an Origins at least, but the fact that we've whiffed so many times is ridiculous. Imagine they'll block. Yep, that's fine. So now we can pick up Esper Origins. I'm a little bit afraid of instant speed removal. It could be worth it for me to hold up the Terminus. We'll go the Origins. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an Overlord. Interesting. 1, 2, 3. Huh. Let's go. I'm debating whether or not I want to impend. I guess I don't need to impend. Oh yeah, we have the Terminus up. Okay, so in that case, yard, top, trigger, and cast. Paying cost a null. Torch. Figured that would be the case, yeah. There is Stormbrood, Regent, and Regent. I mean, Stormbrood can pop the talent. I think I might just go with Bloomvine or Stormbrood. Let's go Stormbrood. And we'll pass. Because now we can Stormbrood pop either Furnace or Talent, what have you. Well, I guess the benefit of Bloomvine. Oh, interesting. Why did you not go after... Oh, you only had 4. I was wondering why they didn't go after Overlord. Benefit of Bloomvine, of course, is the fact that we can block the Riddler a bit better that way. Level 2, what do you pick up? You pick up Into the Floodmaw, sure. You're attacking Bold Move Cotton. Draw. Swamp. How much damage can I deal right now? So this is 5. So I guess 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 6, 11. Pretty close. They picked up Into the Floodmaw. So in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we will cast Stormbrood. Actually, before we do that, let's attack with Overlord. Mill. There's Bahamut. Yep, we grab Bahamut. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is still a -2 because it comes up late tapped. So we'll just Bahamut. And opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win against looting for match 4. Alright. Bahamut, pretty good. For looting again. So Exhale feels pretty bad. Day of Black Sun feels pretty good. And then some number of Keen-Eyed. I don't think it's as necessary as Lessons, but still does have value. Insidious Fungus also is a potential option, given that it can also get rid of FOMO. Rampus. I really do like Fungus. Fungus is pretty good. As per usual, learning how to sideboard is definitely going to be a process, I think. What else do we want to do here? Stormbrood's okay. It can get rid of talent or get rid of a small thing, though it's not necessarily the best. Like, getting rid of FOMO is good. Maybe just run it back like this then. On the draw for game 2. Yes, we can make this work. Angling for the Bahamut, of course. We will keep. We will pass. And draw. Regent Cottage. Pass. We'll go Maelstrom into Shared Roots. That way we can play the Bossing Say. I want to go black. Yes. We could Betrayal here, get rid of FOMO. There's Stormbrood. Let's do that instead. So Petty Revenge, FOMO, and pass. Next turn we'll Shared Roots, then Bossing Say. I'm not sure that'll matter too much since we don't have any 1 mana value spells. Another FOMO. We could Betrayal. We'll draw. Necropsy. 4 types in yard. Yeah, we'll Betrayal you. Play Bossing Say and pass. And pass. Riddler, draw a card. Talent. And Boomerang Basics? Yup. We have Regions, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll need to go Shared Roots for black, though, so we can sweep. We'll draw. That works, too. In that case, how do I want to proceed? I think we go Regent, then. Bloomvine for Claim Territory. Let's do that. So Forest, Forest. Done. Play a Forest and pass and pass. Siege, sure. So now you can give your... I mean, I feel like you should have probably played Talon first, right? We'll see how something else you're going to play, like a Warped Riddler. No, they just messed up their sequencing. So we'll take 6. 1 in hand. Shared Roots. I mean, I think I'm going to just Regent here and go for 2. Yes, that should ensure this resolves. And then cast Shared Roots. I'll grab a Swamp, and I'll pass. Now we have Necropsy for Riddler, as well as Siege. We'll take 5. I guess in retrospect, maybe we should have held Necropsy instead. No, we didn't have enough to do that, actually. Yeah, we didn't have the ability to do that. So we'll take the 5 down to 9. Yes, that makes sense. So prior to playing Necropsy, you'll need to play Shared Roots. Down to 9, we'll draw. Let's start with Overlord the Bailmerk then. We whiff, but that is fine. Because now I can cast... No, I cannot. We have how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll cast Necropsy. Done. Target. Target. And that needs to be 8. So... I suppose Overlord, Strategic, Shared Roots. And done. And pass. And pass. 3, 7, short 2 on Bahamut. Seal. Duelist. And Storm Chaser's talent level up. Brings back Boomerang basics. Yep, makes sense. Non-land permanent, very important, so we can animate the cottage and block. We'll draw Forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Cast Shared Roots. For a forest. And we'll hold back the cottage as a blocker. I don't see there's even a thought to, instead of playing cottage or animating cottage, rebossing. Oh, I guess we missed our opportunity to bossing, say. Yeah, honestly, I may have wanted to do that. Tiger Seal untaps, you draw a card. Yeah, the fact that it's able to bring back basics and then you're able to loop it's kind of nutty. It really should have given like flashback or something instead. Would have made it a little bit more tolerable. You know, in retrospect, maybe I should have left the Maelstrom up. Because we could have cracked it for Regent. Yeah, that could have been good. There's Riddler. Draw 2. Going to combat. They see the cottage up. They have 3 cards in hand, though, which is a bit concerning. I'll animate. And block and pass. Paying cost. Torch. Okay. I mean, I guess if I had Earthbend, it would have stuck on board, but we'd also be at 2 at this point. I don't think Bahamut's the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, leaving just 1. Yeah, I do wonder. 1, 2. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oof. Yeah, if I would have left Maelstrom untapped, the real play may have been to grab Regent to sweep. Interesting. We'll draw. Swamp. So if I crack 4, we can go for 2, but that's not enough. So in that case, we cast Bahamut. And we pop the Riddler. Well, this is interesting. I'll draw 1, activate, bounce, draw 2. I actually might have to pop the talent. Otherwise they get back basics and they kill me. So yes, I have to take the talent and pass. Yeah, a bit awkward there. But yeah, had I had a bit more forethought, we could have... I guess I would have taken 3 down to 1, though. Ugh. Yeah, no matter what, not a great position to be in. Winter Night Stories. I mean, that's enough to kill me because now Duelist and Riddler on board. Yeah, nothing I can do there. We'll concede. We shall concede. Move to sideboard. Maybe drop the Keen-Eyed and keep a Caustic? I don't know. I don't know. Fungus go down to Shared Roots. Let's try that. Brewing Basics is a menace of a card. I'll keep. We'll go Passage Crack for Swamp, Forest, Shared Roots, Forest, Ice Still. One down to 6. Play Passage, pass. Put a pause on end step. No turn 1 play, fetch for a swamp. Draw for Shared Roots. For another swamp. And pass. And pass. Draw. Bossing Say. We'll play the Bossing Say. And we'll try for the Ice Still. I feel like I'm playing counter magic though. Good news is we can always grab that back with the Overlord. So give and take. And pass. FOMO. Okay. This card's Winter Night. We draw. Second Bossing Say. Cast Baelmerk. Do you have a null? You do not. We can pick up... I think Ice Still's still correct. Pick up the Ice Still. And pass. And pass. Unfortunate about the Terminus. Another FOMO, pitching a card. Verge. Blue for Duelist. No attacks. We draw. Another Overlord. We also have Esper Origins. So currently we're sitting at 6. Interesting. let's start. So 6, 7. Yeah. Guess we could attack first, but do we even want to attack? Maybe not. Let's cast Esper Origins first. There's Strategic Betrayal, starting town to Yard. Do we want Betrayal right now? That actually might not be a bad idea. Put it on top. Revealed. Play a forest and pass. There is some argument, I guess, having put this starting town on top anyways. We draw it. That way we don't reveal it. Yeah. So, bit of misplay on my part. Because now we've primed them with the betrayal, basically. Tower. Targets. Okay, so I must have multiple. Unless you're just trying to commit a crime, I guess, and draw. That's also an option. Duelists, and I have Delirium. Theoretically, Duelist could attack 3 times. Right now, that represents 6 damage. Land, 1 in hand. What is that last card? Riddler would be kind of rough. Oh, Winter Night. Oh, shit. Okay, so I can only attack 2 times now. It's still 10 damage, though. Storm Chaser talent. Attack for 5. Down to 17. Add 2. Alright then, so how would we like to proceed? We can Bailmerk, pick up something. Let's start with Bailmerk and pick up something. Ice Till, we're gonna grab the Regent. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in that case, let us start with Regent. Cast. Gain 3 life. Betrayal you. Let's empty that yard of yours. No more FOMO shenanigans. And at this point, I will pass. Trigger. And pass. Land, 2 in hand. Casting Riddler, draw 2. The Regent will be a good blocker for the Duelist, thankfully. Riddler, draw. And one more, what this? Get out, bounces Riddler. Warps and draw. Overrun. Okay. So, let us see here. I think we're going to attack the Overlord at the very least. Go to combat. Attack with Overlord. There's Bahamut. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are short. But I will grab the Bahamut. There's also 2 Esper Origins. Yeah, that's pretty nice. blocks. FOMO down. So at this point, we have how much mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, minus 4 to 5. I'm going to play a swamp, cast Esper Origin, Day of Black Sun, and Cottage. You don't want Cottage, so to yard a few. I'm going to say Day to yard Origin Blind Draws, Fatal Passage, and Origin number 2. There's Starting Town to yard, and we should still have more swamps and for the passage. So I'd say Blind Draw here. Stormbrood, perfect. We can get rid of FOMO. Multiple ways over, we'll pass. So this is Riddler. Warp. Do they mean to warp? Riddler. Not warped. No attacks. I mean, I'm going to have a ton of mana here. Yield all. Okay, so this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. So we can play both Bahamut as well as Stormbrood. We can play Bahamut and Ice Till. So again, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 10. But I'm just going to scoop it up. We'll take the win. I mean, yeah, we have an ample amount of mana. We're going to play the Bahamut. We're going to pop Riddler. Where you can play the Ice Till. We can play Insidious Fungus. Then we have double Overrun next turn. Yeah, seems like GG's. Alrighty, well, with that being said, we'll be back for match number 5 and potentially the 5-0. Alright, we're back for match 5 on the play for game 1. And there's Bahamut. I will keep. We have Exhale. We have Bahamut, which we can behold. Otherwise, we can go Fatal Passage for Shared Roots. Yes. Fatal Passage, pass. Pause on End Stem, still going to play tapped anyways. Botanical Sanctum for Artist Talent. I'll be real, kind of sick of that card. We'll draw. Ooh, Bailmerk. Do we Shared Roots or Bailmerk here? I think I'll Shared Roots. We'll grab another Swamp, and we'll pass. Next we can play Bossing Say. Guess we gotta play Bossing Say that turn. Don't think it matters too much though. Opponent plays Trainer. Is this Simic Floodcaller? It might be. There's Splash Portable draw. Starting Town. This is turn 3, so we can play Starting Town. In that case, I will cast Overlord. And we'll pick up nothing. We whiffed. Wow. That's been happening a lot recently. How many permanents do I have? I mean, I have 19 creatures. That's not nothing. So I'm a bit surprised at how often we've been whiffing. I will hold the Caustic Exhale and pass. Next turn we can play Esper Origins and set up. Next one we'll have 5, 7, 8. Yeah, I'll be one short, which is unfortunate for the Bahamut. What are you playing, opponent? I guess we don't even need to reveal or behold since we have the extra mana up. Yeah. We'll take the 2. Oh, actually, opponent is going to main. Thought they were in main and proceeding. They were not. Riddler Splash Portal is a bit frustrating. Yes. Splash Portal on Riddler. I'm just going to exhale on the Otter and pass. Go down to 18 and draw. Esper Origins, let's start there. There's Ice Till, there's a land. Okay, so I'm thinking yard, top, draw, bossing say, pass, and pass. 5, 7, 8, again, one short. It does allow us to origins, but we can also ice till 8, 4, 5. Analyze the pollen. Grabs a mountain. Okay, so this is Teamer. It's kind of rude, but fine. Don't get the extra mana. It's big sad. Take 5 down to 15. Esper Origins actually does a really good job of stabilizing. Splash Portal, Trainer. Grabs Ral. So it looks like it might just be Teamer Prowess, maybe? Second Ice Still. Hold the phone. So if we go Ice Till... No, we can't go Ice Till, unfortunately. We can definitely go Ice Till Origins. So in that case, Maelstrom, Millicard, and Origins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Starting town to yard, passage to yard, and at that point we will pass and pass. I mean, if we get a turn, we can Bahamut. Otherwise, I guess we'll Ice Still into Origins. If Ice Still falls off board, that is. Attack for 5, down to 11. Feels like bait. Yeah, feels like bait. We'll take the 5, down to 12. Feels like we definitely could block the trainer, but feels like they have a torch, potentially. And I kind of want the Ice Still on board so I can play Bahamut next turn. Pop the Riddler. Boomerang basics, that's fine, which means you'll pop the Ice Till, which means we don't have Bahamut, unfortunately. So now we're looking at Ice Still into Origins. And Splash Portal. Fine. Storm Chaser. Land. Storm Chaser. Yup. What a dunk. Draw. Regent. Hold the phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unfortunately, one short of the Riddler. So, yes, we will go Ice Till. Swamp. Mill. Swamp. Mill. There's Bahamut. Or at least a Bahamut. Origins. Exhale. Yard. Ice Till top, I suppose. Yeah, we'll go Ice Till top. And at this point, we'll pass. Up to 14. We got some blockers on board. We can definitely sweep board 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10, 11. -2. 9. We can definitely Ice Till Bahamut next turn. Pop Riddler. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh. With 13, we can Regent Bahamut. And Regent for 2 to sweep the Otter and Trainer. And then Bahamut pop the Riddler. Yes, I do like that idea. As do indeed. Well, I think they're not dead here. Again, the Esper Origins have been great. They continuously generate me mana, or generate me words. Life. Because I think we've gained like 8 life off of the Origins at this point. I was thinking hard here. Either that or hardly thinking. Not sure which. I mean, you have Rao. Not too worried about Rao right this instant. More worried about the pressure on board. So we'll be able to go Fabled Passage Fetch. Fabled Passage Fetch. We'll attack with Riddler. Relay the board. I mean, I think I just take it. I mean, how much damage do I think I could take here? Count one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If we want to sweep plus Bahamut, I can't block here. Yeah, we'll just eat it. That's 6. Down to 8. And if they have enough spells, technically they could kill me. But I kind of need the mana so I can sweep the board. Down to 8. Okay. Pain cost. 4. Ral, sure. Ral, that's fine. 2 up. Draw. Another Ice Till. Trigger. Passage. Mill. Failed Passage. Fetch. For a forest. Mill. Passage. Mill. Passage. Fetch. For a forest. Mill. Necropsy. Would have kind of liked Necropsy, but we'll start with Regent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Yes. Regent. X equals 2. Alright. In which case, I suppose I can go to combat. Maybe I should have went to combat prior to attacked all at Ralph first. Yeah, that may have been wise. Go to combat. Attack at Ral. Torch. Do I need to Bahamut Ral? Potentially. Bahamut. I think I do need to pop Ral. Then again, they can bring back Boomerang basics. And hit me for 4. We'll hit the Riddler then. And pass. Overlord on board. We'll pass. Yeah, Devil should have attacked first, admittedly. I guess I didn't know for certain whether or not the Regent would have resolved. Give and take. Next turn we can Maelstrom search if we want to try and gain some life or sweep again. So we have options. I guess they would have blocked 4, taken 2. Ral would be at probably 4 instead of 6, because now if they cast 4, they can ult. And them having Storm is not exactly good for our life total. Now, mind you, we do have lethal on board right now. Ral draws 3. Okay, so that tells me they're in desperation mode. And Bone scoops it up. We'll take the win. Solid. This is prowess. Well, I guess it's not really prowess. It's like, what? Like Simic Scam with the Splash Portal? Not really Simic Aggro. It's not Battle Crier. What is this deck? Not Landfall. Simic Landfall, no. Simic Mid? No, it doesn't run Orboroid. Like, it's most closely aligned with Prowess, I suppose. Okay, well, we can figure out what we want to classify this as later, but I'm pretty sure, like, Prowess matches it enough. Okay, so from what we've seen, Exhale can probably go. Black Sun in. Maybe Fungus, maybe Duress. Because everything else seems reasonable. Stormbrood's a little bit rough here, but That's kind of is what it is moment. So we go fungus maybe? And maybe trim down a roots? Otherwise, keen-eyed curator, so that way they're not looping boomerang basics, I suppose. I think we can keep it like this. Honestly, I'm not all too worried about the Riddler. I think we have enough blockers. Okay. A little bit slower than I'd like. I mean, you can go Origins on 2. Or probably Overlord on 2, actually. We'll keep it. Yeah, it's workable. It's workable. We'll pass. We'll draw. Fungus on 1, though, is a... Oh, I guess we can Fungus on 1. Unfortunately, none of our green swords come to play untapped. We'll just go Cottage, pass, and pass. So yeah, I think we set up with Baelmerk into Origins, and then we get to decide on Origins or Explorer. Necropsy's pretty good, especially if we play the Overlord now. You have an annul? No annul. Honestly, going Regent seems reasonable here. Some good ramp. Yep, we'll go Regent. And we'll pass. Allows us to ramp on 3. Riddler, do you have a splash portal? If so, that's kind of annoying. We do have the Necropsy for later. Yeah. 3 mana, draw 2. 3 mana, 4/6, flying, draw 2. What they were thinking about Riddler, I will never know. Another Necropsy's not bad, though. So we'll go Bossing Say into Regent. Claim territory. Forest. And done. So we're set up for Necropsy next turn. Let's see if they can give me some more fodder for it, though. Well, actually, I'm kind of short. I don't have enough, so I'm actually gonna have to probably play the Ice Still first. Yeah, we're gonna have to play the Ice Still first before we can play the Necropsy. I need to mill over some more value, because right now we're short 1 on the Riddler. Damn. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. So in that case, we'll play land, Ice Till, land, Origins, gain 2. Yeah, that seems right. Take 4, down to 16, second main, 3 mana up. Makes me feel like you have interaction in hand. Yeah, you do. Shared roots. Oh, we can't play Necropsy, so I think we just try and Windmill Slam the Ice Still and hope for the best. Ease and Ice Still. Show me Get Out. No Get Out? That's fine by me. Mill a card. Esper Origins. Fetch Fabled Passage. We'll go for a swamp here, yeah. Swamp. Another Esper Origins in yard. Love that. So what the hell are you holding up with 3 mana? Strategic Betrayal? So Origins in yard, Betrayal top. I mean, if you just leave that Riddler on board, then I'm going to Betrayal it. Otherwise, we have 2 Necropsies. And 4 Origins in yard. Jesus. Overlord. Oh, this is Floodcaller. Shit. Alright, well... I was not sure if Floodcaller... It was Floodcaller, but it is. Alright, well, Necropsy might be needed for Floodcaller. We haven't seen Enduring Vitality, have we? Like, we haven't seen any of, like, the staples of Floodcaller, so I'm a bit surprised. Okay. And we can Necropsy into Strategic Betrayal next turn and get rid of their board, basically. Granted, they don't have any other creatures. Interesting. So I don't think they can present lethal here. I think we're fine. 5. Sure, sure. There's Enduring Vitality. Okay, well that becomes a problem. So I can pop Vitality, I can pop Floodcaller. I just need them not to play another creature. And then I can clear the board. Riddler Warp, that's fine. Are you going to give it haste? Yes, you are. Untap haste. Now I have 4 mana. Not to mention 4, 8, 11, 14 damage down to 4. I'll mitigate 3 of that down to 7 as it currently stands. I mean, I can Vitality or Necropsy. Yeah, I can Necropsy, Vitality, Floodcaller, and then Betrayal Riddler. Or vice versa. We can definitely clear the board if we can make it a turn. They'll attack. And yep, we're going to go down to 7. We'll block here, I guess. How do you have Vigilance? Oh, you just have Vigilance, okay. Even if Ice still goes down, we still have enough mana for Necropsy and Betrayal, thankfully. Yeah, so we'll go down to 7. By no means ideal. But we're not dead, and that is what matters. We can always get more life with our Esper Origins in Yard. We'll have 2 more mana after Necropsy. Honestly, we could double Necropsy. We pop. What's this? Blue. Boomerang basics? Huh? Splash portal? Oh, that's right. It can be at instant speed. I forgot. Wait, but that's before damage. Oh. I should have blocked Vitality, I see now. Okay. So, this just got interesting. Well, that was a misplay on my part, I think. How do we proceed? I have 7 mana to work with. If we go Riddler, Floodcaller, that's 8. And then Betrayal. Yeah. I think that is my line. Or I guess it would have to be Floodcaller, Vitality. No, I think I have to go Riddler, Vitality. But then that still leaves Floodcaller. I need to get Floodcaller off a board. So it has to be Vitality, Floodcaller, and then Betrayal. Yes. Okay, so let's start with Necropsy. Floodcaller, Vitality. Black, green, 1, 2. And that is representing 6. I don't want to exile my Origins. So let's get rid of the Ice Tills here. Necropsy down. Do you have Splash Portal? Well, I'm in danger now. I mean, I can... We can Strategic Betrayal. Target you. I'll probably sacrifice a Riddler. I need a turn then. Yes, if I played that correctly and blocked the Vitality instead of the Floodcaller, I forgot about the +1/+1 on it. We would have been able to double Necropsy. But now we're just going to Betrayal. Interesting. They gave me the Floodcaller. Grab a Forest and Fungus and pass. We'll go down to 3 as it currently stands. Oh. Yeah, that was a misplay on my part for sure. Double Riddler. I'm gonna go down to 3. Even a Necropsy doesn't save me is the problem now. Trainer. What do they find? Huh. Yeah, a good example of I need to negate. Oh, that's problematic. Because now the Cropsy's even off board. Fungus down. Negate. I mean, I think that just closes out the game because now they're holding up enough mana. Overlord doesn't do anything here. Origins will get negated. Yep. Yeah. Me blocking Floodcaller with Ice Still was a significant mistake and has definitely cost me. Alright. Well, we will concede. I don't believe I have an out here. No, not through a negate. Alright, so that's a loss for game 2. We still have a shot at the trophy. Now that we know it's Floodcaller, let me actually verify one thing. Floodcaller, how much toughness you got? 2? Alright, we're definitely bringing Exhale then. Definitely bringing in Exhale. Necropsy still seems decent, so does Fungus. Betrayal's okay. And also Black Sun's kind of okay. So I wonder if we just drop the Black Sun for Exhale Fungus. Maybe bring back in the Roots. I guess one benefit of Day of Black Sun is that it does turn off Vitality. So when it dies, it doesn't come back to board though. Whereas like Fungus, it destroys. Exhale will put it to yard. It'll just come back. So we need to kill it twice is the hard part. So maybe we drop Fungus for 2 Black Sun. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay. I think this makes sense. On the play for game 3. Stormbrood, Black Sun, Ice Till. This looks good. So we'll go Cottages start, Starting Town, which allows us to pop our Stormbrood if we need. It's a little bit slow, I will say. It's very interactive focused, so if we can find some acceleration off top, that would be good. But we'll move again to 6. I'll play Cottage and pass. And pass. Breeding pool for talent. Draw. Starting town. Could Stormbrood it, but I'm not sure if there's a real benefit to doing so right now. The thing is, we also just don't have much in the way of sequencing. Like, we could save it for a turn. Otherwise, we can Day of Black Sun for 1. Neither of them seem great. We're just going to pass. See what they play on 2. If anything. Boomerang basics. Okay, so Day of Black Sun looking more appealing since they're leaning into the Otter plan. Yep. Take 3 down to 17. We'll draw. Shared roots. We could wait another turn to see if we get more value out of Black Sun, but I think we're just going to pop it here. So Black Sun for 0. Because it's based on mana value. Yes. Done. Otter's out. And pass. Next turn we can Ice Still and ramp. That's Vitality. We draw. Well, now I kind of wish I waited. So in that case, we will cast Ice Still. Play the starting town tapped, mill a card. And pass. And pass. Opponent will attack with Vitality. I mean, it feels like bait. So I will take the 3. Down to 14. Furnace. Ice Till down. We'll draw. 3 in hand, passage. So we can play Stormbrood and pop Vitality, have a body on board. Yes. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to instant speed remove it. So I think just casting Stormbrood here makes sense. Let's get a body on board. When it ETBs, it will pop and Vitality. Disdainful Stroke. Oof. So if I would have cast Petty Revenge instead, that's really unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Take 3 down to 11. Yeah, I do wonder if I would have if I could have delayed the Day of Black Sun. Is this a Riddler? Furnace, so they're gonna draw a card on end step. Yeah. We'll fetch. Grab a forest. And pass. And draw. I will manland. Cottage. Go to combat. Swing and eat basics. And we'll hold up the food token so that way we can mitigate the damage being done by Vitality. Now, how much time this will buy me, yet to be seen. I'm just gonna fetch now. Grab a swamp. And crack the food token pass. Down to 11. Stomping Ground shock to 12. What is this? Riddler. Brings back Disdainful Stroke, fine. One land short of it. We draw. Caustic Exhale. So I will... Yeah, there's no way for me to remove it. I guess I should have actually brought in Keen-Eyed. Yeah, Keen-Eyed would have been a decent idea, actually. Cottage. Combat. Attack. Done. Make a food. Hold up. Exhale. Opponent's down to 8. Do I cast Exhale now? Is the question. End step. I think I will. We can't behold. And pass. Yeah, there's not a lot of cards that say exile target enchantment, are there? Huh. Wonder if a Ghost Vacuum might be worth having on the side. Bushwhack. Finds an island. Currently have 8 mana. 1 short of Bahamut. Makes 2 Rats of Haste. Down to 9. You draw a card. We'll fetch. I'll grab a forest. And draw. They still have Disdainful Stroke. Another Shared Roots, for God's sake. Oh boy. 1, 2. Not what I need right now, friends. Go to combat. Swing for 4. Trigger, eat song. Song down. You're down to 4. I'm at a theoretical 12. Boomerang basics, yep. Storm Chaser's talent, yep. So now you have blockers. You have 7 cards in hand. How we're not dead, I don't know. Double blue. Oh. We actually might be dead here if they have the Floodcaller, I think. Right? I think if they have the Floodcaller, we might be dead. What? Opponent scooped it up? I don't know why, but I'll take it. I mean, we didn't have lethal, right? What just happened? I mean, these can block. Oh, the token can't block. The token can't block. But they sell the otter. So they at least had 1 more turn, right? This can block. Yeah, that can block. So why they scoop? Weird. Very weird. I mean, they could have very easily have blocked the otter, went to level 2 with Storm Chaser, looped back the basics, played the basics, got another otter. I mean, they had me blocking for turns. Weird. Very weird. Like I said, I'll take the win. I'm not going to complain. Restless College somehow got us there, but very weird. All right. Well, that there will be the 5-0 for tonight's league. Solid win. First day piling dragons. Definitely starting to get my footing. It feels good. I think I like this more than the other decks that I've played, like Roots, Orboroid, or Bounty Hunters. I think it falls more naturally into my playstyle, which is ramp. Not that like Badgermal Cub and Lamrelf doesn't ramp, but it's very susceptible to sweepers or to removal. So this feels really good because we're just ramping. We're just playing lands, then we're playing big things. Ice Till mixed with Maelstrom and Bahamut seems like absolute gas. I absolutely love that. I think that works really well. I do think that the deck does need something to support some recursion. I'm not entirely sure what that looks like. Obviously, we do have things like the Terminus or Soulstone, but I'm also thinking of maybe some cards like, oh, what is it called? It's like, let's see. Return target creature. I'm blanking out on where it is now. I had it up. It's in one of the lists, one of the many lists from Worlds, where it's like, oh, let me find it now. It's gonna bug me if I don't. It's like return target permanent with mana value 4 or more, I believe. I want to say that's part of what it is. Damage control crew. Yeah, return target card with mana value 4 or greater from the graveyard to your hand, or exile target artifact or enchantment. Actually, that having exile, I was just talking about that here, where having an exile-based effect actually be really good. So yeah, maybe a damage control crew would be a good addition, because then when you mill over other Ice Tills or Dragons, we can then pick them up with damage control crew. Also, we still have Overlord as well, but I think having something additional could be nice. Or instead of, so maybe go down to 3 Overlord for 1 damage control crew. I think we have some potential options. But either ways, the deck feels really good. I think the mana base could also use a little bit of work. I think we could go down on number of forests. Since we don't have a lot that we're playing on 1 outside of Fungus. But even then, I'm not sure that's really necessary to try and play that on 1. Can be nice sometimes, play on 1, 2, ramp, draw, right? But I think we could probably increase the number of cottages a little bit here. And of course, when Lauren Eclipse gets released, we can definitely swap some cards or some lands for Overgrown Tomb. But yeah, really solid. With that being said, I think I'll continue testing this deck for a while, continue to tune it. I think it does lean more into what I enjoy. I think the mana dorks were fun, but I think I was getting tired of getting swept and all the removal. All right, though. With that being said, that there will be the end of tonight's stream. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you did see the lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my successes and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you're enjoying the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you do want to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon where you can find these videos early and ad-free. With that being said, though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye!